You can't forget this stomach-churning mess on I-670 on Thursday. Pig guts and other remains spilled all across the highway. Well, now imagine being right behind the truck where that all came from. KCTV5's Nathan Vickers followed up with those who had nowhere to go when the mess fell.
It looks great.
Rebecca Stanley's Chevy Sonic is shining brighter than ever.
I've had my car cleaned 8 times at this point.
You would too if you'd driven through what she did yesterday.
I was the first car that was behind the diesel that was carrying the pigs and pig intestines yesterday morning.
Luckily, she had time to slow down, but she couldn't change lanes.
At that point, I had no option but to drive through it because I felt like, all right, it looks like sludge. I'll just drive through it.
It wasn't just sludge.
It was so awful.
She looked for a place to stop.
And I immediately had to get sick.
Then she found a car wash.
It was just awful, awful. Brought me to tears. It was so bad.
When that didn't get rid of the smell, she tried another, then another.
By far the worst thing I've ever smelled.
She even called a friend to help scrub.
She is an EMT, so she has a pretty strong stomach.
Scott Baines has a strong stomach too.
We're used to the type of smell.
He supervised the MoDOT crews spraying and even scraping off the highway.
As unpleasant as it was, getting it cleaned up, getting the highway back open was our main goal.
Today you can still smell it downtown, wafting up from the interstate. But it wasn't just the stench that made this difficult for workers to clean up.
It was difficult that it was on a major interstate that we had to close.
Baines even had bacon for breakfast.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Stanley?
I still haven't.
Not so much.
Quite gotten my appetite yet.
You can still smell the bits and pieces stuck to her car.
Today I have not gotten in the car or drove it, just because the smell was so awful yesterday that I couldn't handle it today.
She says the trucking company agreed to pay for a rental in the meantime and an even deeper clean.
Detail man that I talked to said that he would take off all of the wheels and he would have to really get in there and clean every square inch.
She hopes she never has to smell this again. In Kansas City, Nathan Vickers, KCTV 5 News.